Hi guys, here it is. The corruption in New York is just beyond sickening. Beyond sickening. So Letitia James, New York's Attorney General, a couple of days ago, she xed 114,553,004. I'm sorry, 114,000 equals 464,805,336.70. She's referring to the Trump case where she is adding $114,000, I guess, a day for penalties or whatever, where Trump is not paying up the 464 million. But Trump, of course, is going to appeal the case because even CNN, even all the national media are saying, "What the hell are you doing?" He's like, and they're saying this is no longer a credible case because of the outlandish money that they want. Okay, so I did this video about last week, and people saying, "Oh, he's a criminal. He's a criminal. Fraud is fraud. Fraud is fraud." Okay, but let's break this down a little bit, guys. Because some people don't comprehend how things work. They're just not knowledgeable enough, or like they can't, you know, process it in their head of how real estate functions, especially when you get into commercial real estate, where Trump was a big key player in New York on the real estate, on the commercial real estate sector. So, it's easy. If you own a home, if you don't own a home, don't even bother making a comment because you don't have the capability to process this whole thing. Okay, but let's do this on the residential side, right? A home is worth whatever somebody wants to sell it and somebody wants to pay for it. Okay, and then if you're taking out a loan, that's where the bank plays a role. The bank will set up an appraisal. They'll hire a third party that is trusted to the bank, or the bank says, okay, this individual is credible, they have license or whatever, so we're going to trust this person to value the house. And then there's a tax assessment done by the county or the state. So when you do a tax assessment from the state or the county says, I believe your house is worth $500,000. Okay, and that's what you pay taxes on. And then there's the bank. The bank sends out an independent or a third party appraiser and says, dude, your house is worth $820,000 because of the improvements you've made, because of the upgrades, because of the addition, extra square footage. You have this and you have that. And I'm selling the house for $950,000. So there's $100,000 discrepancy. I want to sell my house for $950,000. I tell the bank, I'm selling the house. The guy goes to the bank. He's like, hey, this guy's selling out for $950,000. The bank comes like, no, I'm only valuing the house at $850,000. And the buyer wants my house so bad that's willing to give an extra $100,000 to purchase my house and borrow $850,000 from the bank. Do you see how that works? I valued my house at $950,000. Now, scenario 2. House is already assessed by the county at $500,000. I put my house up for sale for $850,000. The bank comes, appraise my house at $850,000. The bank is willing to lend the purchaser $850,000 to buy the house. The lender is assuming all responsibility. The lender is basically the victim if they don't get paid. Now, in this case, the attorney general and the dumbass judge, they already made the determination that Trump defrauded the system, okay? Where in their head, they're saying, oh, the bank was misled by Trump's assessment of its property value. So they gave Trump more money That way, they weren't able to lend money to small business, where the specific bank in question wouldn't lend anybody more than 100. The loan had to be $100 million plus for them to even get a loan from that bank. So I, at a $500 or $850,000, don't even stand a chance to get a loan from that bank or anybody else for that matter. It's a commercial bank. They provide funding for commercial purposes. These are 10 million, 50 million, 100 million projects, $100 million projects. So their accusation of, again, they call it a victimless crime, right? And this was all about Mar-a-Lago, right? He's like, oh, Mar-a-Lago is not worth $185 million; it's worth $18 million. Where the property adjacent to Mar-a-Lago, with 1/10 of the property, it's worth $18 million. The 1/10 the size of Mar-a-Lago, I should say. And this genius astronaut comes and posts this on X, that she's so proud that she brought justice. Well, they just killed New York. No one will want to do business in New York. I would encourage everybody and anybody, don't do business in New York. It's bad for your health. It is terrible for your health. Not to mention the environment, the crime, the disgusting streets. Disgusting. I mean, third world countries have cleaner streets. Afghanistan has cleaner streets than New York. Put it that way. So you got these people like this persecuting people like Trump. And as I said, why did they pick Trump to make an example of? Why did they pick a different real estate mogul who most likely 99.9% practices their business the same way? Why was Trump singled out? Because it's a political persecution. She ran on this, okay? When she was running to become attorney general, this is what she ran on, that she's going to persecute Trump, she's going to bring justice, and blah, 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 blah. And how did New York lose money on this? How did New York was the victim in this whole situation? They weren't. Because if Trump valued his house and he built the skyrise and provided jobs, provided apartments, condos for sale, that was all revenue for this for state of New York and the city of New York. That was all revenue. He made money for New York. He provided jobs. He basically employed individuals in his buildings for people who were building these skyscrapers or apartment buildings or complexes. He made New York money. And this is the thanks he gets. So, there's a saying, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Right? And this is exactly what happens when you bite your hand that feeds you. I hope the appeals court follows the justice and gives Trump the vindication and overturns this stupid ruling. And I hope the judge in Trump's case gets disbarred, and alongside Letitia James, because these two are the most corrupt I have ever seen in my entire life in this country. Entire life. This was the most corrupt ruling. I can't even fathom how bad this ruling was. The most corrupt ruling I have ever seen. Not to mention all the illegals and all this. I don't care about those right now. This is just disgusting. This is just pathetic, right? And and I don't feel bad for people in New York. Whatever comes to them, it's their fault. because you guys keep wanting this. This is what you wanted. This is exactly what you voted for. And if you're celebrating this, you're gonna be hurting come next 3 to 5 years, because I guarantee you, all the developers, everyone's gonna get the hell out of that state and that city. They will not. It's gonna be like San Francisco, pretty much, or worse. So, anyways, let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Until the next time, peace out.